Hello, my name is Tristan Craddock, and here are the list of the achievements I achieved for the Udacity Capstone project. To start, I accomplished the Scale achievement. I did this by having the spider model appear at different sizes throughout the stages, from being around foot size to eventually being larger than the player. This brings the Scale achievement full circle, as the player is both smaller and larger than an object at different points within the experience. The second achievement is the Animation achievement. There are two animations within the scenes, the incredibly simple spinning key animation as well as the spider animation. Spider animation was downloaded from the Unity Asset Store, however I did build the animation controller and all the scripting involved with controlling how the animation played during the scene. Next achievement was the Lighting achievement. All of the lighting within the scenes outside of the flashlight is baked in entirely. The lighting from the flashlight that the player holds is real time, and it has two different modes the player can access, the first of which is a wider range, the second of which allows them to find the key to advance throughout the stages. The next achievement is the Locomotion achievement. I opted to use a teleportation-based locomotion system, as I felt that any other system would have a high chance of causing motion sickness with the amount of turns involved as well as the need to run from the spider. The next achievement is the Physics achievement. The main object that has physics within these scenes are the key objects that the player needs to bring to a barrier in order to progress. The player can toss this key at the barrier, they can toss it against a wall, against the ceiling, there are full physics involved with it, allowing the player to do what they want as long as it actually hits the barrier and they can advance throughout the scenes. The next achievement is the Video Player achievement. During the 4 tutorial level, there is a video clip that is played on the wall opposing the player. This video shows the player of the threat the spiders now have when they activate their spectral vision, and that they will chase after the player, and if they make contact, the player will lose. This helps to introduce the player to this threat for a mechanic that they are already familiar with. These achievements combined bring the total points in the fundamentals category to 700 points, as the video player achievement is worth 2 times as much with the lighting achievement. Next category is the completeness category, where I earned the gamification achievement. I added a timer for each stage so that players could try and attempt to clear a stage on later attempts in as short a time as possible for a bit of a competitive nature. There's also a bit of a progression system involved for the game, with different items and mechanics being introduced throughout the stages to try and keep the experience fresh for players. Combined, these help to earn the gamification achievement. The next achievement is the Diegetic UI achievement, to which I opted to have buttons on the controller light up so that players can naturally determine that they should click on these buttons in order to activate the items or experiences. This is used for both the flashlight and the spectral vision as 2 examples. The next achievement is the AI achievement. Though it is admittedly a bit of a stretch to call it AI, the spiders do use a simplistic pathing algorithm where they walk between a series of points, with their wait time at each point determined by how often they have seen the player relative to where they currently are. The next achievement is the 3D modeling achievement. Utilizing the Blender software, I actually crafted each of the models for the levels within the game. This includes the levels in both their default form as well as their wireframe form during the spectral vision. I also modeled the flashlight, the visor, the key, and the pedestal objects that are seen throughout the stages. These achievements bring the total points in the completeness category to 1,000 points. The next category is the challenges category. I earned the user testing achievement in this category. I was able to conduct some user testing of 2 different individuals in order to learn how the scenes were viewed from an outside perspective and how I could improve them. Here are the notes from those 2 user tests, and through those I was able to learn that I needed to improve the lighting within my scene so that players could at least see the floor and where they were, as well as try and make my diegetic UI a bit more apparent. I was able to utilize that feedback in order to actually improve my scenes in an effective and positive manner. For that achievement, as I had earned 750 points in the completeness category, the user testing achievement was worth 500 points. This brings my total point count within the challenges category to 500 points. All said and done, the total points within each category are 700 points in the fundamentals category, 1,000 points in the completeness category, and 500 points in the challenges category, successfully completing the requirements within the rubric for this project.